Hi, this is Zach, Tyler, Sam from Weekly Metal Reviews. This time we're talking about Fit for an Autopsy, the process of human extermination. It features a really popular producer and recording guy, Will Poopney. He plays guitar in this band. And then it features the X Through the Eyes of the Dead vocalist Nate Johnson.
Yeah, it was released in 2011 from Black Market Activities and Good Fight Music. What is there, 11 tracks on this? 10. This became something else. 10 tracks. Oh yeah. First about the album, I guess. The first thing you'll notice, it really starts off really heavy with Nate in the first track, which is The Conqueror. And the rest of that track is really one of the highlight tracks of the album. It has like a really heaviness to it, and Nate's low vocals are really sexy. And you'll see his high, or you'll hear his highs, especially in the Desecrator. They're really their own. They're his own. I mean, usually you hear some highs, you'll think, oh, that sounds really generic, and he really makes them his own. And like, I don't hear anyone else that has highs quite like his that sound like that. But his lows are really, like, this band reminds me of Whitechapel just because of how heavy and how low sounding they are, and some of the tempos. And but yeah, the first track, it has catchy lines in it. It has really heaviness. This band's breakdowns are really heavy and really catchy. But yeah, you guys.
Yeah, what Sam was saying, I think The Conquer, that's like, I thought that was one of the best songs of 2011. Not like the best, but definitely in the top 10, I'd say. The only thing I have like to say like might be like negative about this is I did see like a while ago, I was on a Through the Eyes of the Dead video, and it was just like some random person uploaded the song, and like obviously in every YouTube there's always like arguments in the comments on who's the better vocalist. But like Through the Eyes of the Dead themselves, their own YouTube channel, they posted, and they were saying how Nate Johnson always used distortion on his vocals on everything that he did for Through the Eyes of the Dead. So I don't know if he does that on this, but that'd be kind of a letdown because his vocals, like Sam was saying, they are really good. His highs really do stand out. But for like as this album as a whole, it's definitely nothing new. But I thought it was really refreshing because it sort of has a different sound to it. And like just the science behind the guitar work, the way they put riffs together, the way they write the riffs, the things and the techniques they do in the riffs, really gives this album a refreshing sound to the whole entire heavy, or it's more specifically deathcore scene, which is one thing I enjoy.
It's about refreshing.
Well, it's new.
Yeah,
You're really funny. That's really funny, Sam.
It's a good one. It's funny.
That. Yeah, I haven't jammed to this in a while, so it's kind of new. But yeah, I really thought this was a great album. I knew about this band since they had their EP, and it like seemed like it took them forever to write a new album. When this came out, I was really excited, and I really enjoyed it. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I got into this band. I was watching some video from Runner Jama, and he kept talking how good this album was, and so I checked it out, and I was like, damn, this guy is completely right. This album rules. I pretty much agree with everything these guys have been saying, though. This album's very energetic, and it's short, and I think that really works to its advantage. It's just a non-stop assault. This album never ever slows down. Just one song ends, you don't even get a second to breathe before you're getting your face punched in again. Nate Johnson's vocals are they're unique. Like Sam said, the highs are great, but I even think his lower gutturals, he has a unique voice, and it just makes this band stand out even more. The guitar work is excellent too, very Whitechapel-ish. I don't know. This band is very Whitechapel in twist, so you can really see. I like when they do a breakdown, like the vocal patterns over top of them. I always thought they were really catchy. That's one thing that I also like about this album. There's vocal hooks everywhere. Like the best example that I feel of a really awesome vocal hook is in a song with Desecrator when he says "justify fucking bloodshed" really in his high pitched scream. That gets stuck in your head all the time. Other than that, I mean, this album is it's very good deathcore. It's not like the most groundbreaking thing. It's good, and I thoroughly enjoy listening to this album. I would like to see this band sometime.
For sure. I said that we had 4 sure. Sorry.
Yeah, one other thing I want to say about this album that I noticed before. This band, they originated, or they got together or whatever in 2007. I'd like to make a comparison, which is it's sort of weird, but this band got together in 2007. Whitechapel got together in 2007. 2006. But Whitechapel they're going to put out 4 albums. This band has put out a demo, an EP, and 1 album. It's just kind of weird how they have this like they got off to a slow start. But so far I think everything on this album is really, it's really something that you would listen to and like Tyler said, you'd have it stuck in your head all the time. Another thing, I love the drum patterns on this. I love the drummer, his blast, his double bass. He is a very, very talented drummer. I feel like this band is made up of just really, 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 really talented people. And I would suggest if you like deathcore, you would really like this. If you like heavy stuff like Whitechapel or Suicide Silence or yeah.
I hope this band gets signed to like a bigger label in the future, just for the more exposure for them, because they definitely deserve it. Like they don't really get on many tours, which is like I don't know.
Kind of a letdown.
Yeah, like I really wish that this band would tour a lot, just because they're a great band. They need exposure more. So hopefully in the future I can see this band really growing.
And one thing about Nate Johnson is you can always look for him because he does a lot of guest vocals. Because he's done some for Suicide Silence, Upon a Burning Body. I mean, he's been all over the place. And their guitarist Putney, he's helped produce for No Time to Bleed. He produced this. He's produced a couple things. Just a bunch of things here and there.
A wide variety of work.
So, I mean, like I said, this band is full of very, very talented people in each of their fields.
If you like straight up death metal, or like the bands that are like combined deathcore with a very heavy death metal influence, like Through the Eyes of the Dead, newer Chelsea Grin, like My Damnation, you'll definitely like this. It's kind of like that, like Through the Eyes of the Dead, with like sort of like a lot more groove, like Sam was saying, the drumming on this. I love like this kind of deathcore. If anyone asks me what kind of deathcore I like, because there's different varieties in the genre, well, I'd definitely pull this band up, because this band is like perfectly like what I want to listen to. Just like I love the blasting, I love the groove, it's such a nice blend. Yeah, I think that sums up our review for Fit for Autopsy's
Ratings?
album.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
I think deathcore, it's a 10 out of 10, but overall I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
This guy's really smart.